The Blacklist is no stranger to characters coming and going. We had Liz's love interest Tom, who then changed to Mossad agent Samar Navabi. It's a show that keeps you on your toes because anyone could turn out to be important, no matter how late they're introduced into the show. Most viewers would agree that the best characters were actually introduced after Season 1. Let's go over our favorite characters introduced after Season 1. Starting with number 10, Alina Park. Supporting characters usually add something to the story, but when it comes to the Blacklist, there's this unique ability to introduce characters in a way that builds up the plot so well. Do you remember when Samar left and Liz lost her senses? The show needed a new FBI agent on the scene and joined the budding team. That's when Alina Park was introduced. Not only does she make a very interesting addition to the team, but she also fits right into our beloved group of characters. It's even more exciting that she has a shady past, and her temper hints at a possibly dangerous personality. This girl is always there for the other team members. Her fighting skills are fantastic and so fun to watch.
You're far too brutal.
Up next at number 9 is Teddy Brimley. It's none other than everyone's favorite interrogator. Teddy is such an underrated and unassuming character at the start. We really didn't see him turning out to be the excellent investigator that he is. His skill set is terrifying, and he can get even the worst of criminals who would have otherwise never spoken to break. Teddy's methods are definitely not pure. His calm demeanor hides a skilled but scary interrogator who isn't afraid of using torture and violence to get the criminals to start talking. If you need to get someone to talk, Teddy is the one you call. While Raymond was running the scene, Red would always call our dear friend Teddy when he needed someone to spill the beans. Red had full confidence in Teddy's skills. He knew the man could break anyone. There were no exceptions.
Red!
Teddy!
I can't hear a damn thing with all this music.
It's much quieter on the veranda.
Let's talk about the next character at number 8, Cynthia Panabaker. The task force at the Blacklist isn't exactly innocent. They've resorted to all sorts of dirty methods to get what they want. It was pretty much about time that a higher-up was finally took notice and started poking around. Their methods were questioned and probed. How exactly were they getting their information? Who better for this job than Cynthia Panabaker? Cynthia is rational and smart. We'd trust her to watch our kids and run our businesses. She's the voice of reason we all need in our lives. An authority figure like her made the task force answerable for all the dirty work they'd been up to. The squad had been tiptoeing the line of law and order. Often, they'd stepped right across it. Cynthia may be strict and stern, but she's always willing to offer a helping hand to our good old Harold. She's given him inch after inch, even when she herself was reluctant to do so, and he's made full use of it. Moving on, let's look at number 7, Katrina Rostova, both as her present and past self. Katrina Rostova may be one character, but the showrunners made the most out of it by showing 2 different versions of her. This character is quite possibly one of the best plot twists in the show itself. Who could have imagined that the woman Liz believed to be her mother was actually not Katrina at all? This shocking episode from Season 8 had us all bouncing on our toes from disbelief. Katrina Rostova is the most popular character both as her younger self and her older self. Her character arc is pure art. It's been quite the journey following her life and watching her story develop. When Red revealed that the woman Liz thought was Katrina wasn't actually her, we shockingly discovered that the actual Katrina may just be alive and hiding away. We're very excited to see what's in store for Katrina and whatever secrets Season 9 holds about her.
Knowing you can't kill me because of how much Elizabeth loves her mother.
Up next is number 6, Glenn Carter, beloved and hilarious. It's truly sad that Clark Middleton, the wonderful actor playing Glenn's character, passed away in real life. May he rest in peace. Because of that, the showrunners killed off Glenn. We all loved Glenn for his humor and spirit. Each episode he was in was a little lighter on the heart and more fun to watch. Blacklist fans will definitely miss Glenn and remember him with love and fondness. He may have been a low-key employee, but he was able to use his skills and access to help the team as a tracker. Raymond relied on Glenn a lot, and whenever he needed someone to be found, Glenn was his guy. Red was always a little irritated by the warm, funny man. It's probably because Glenn was knowingly always riling him up. If he wasn't stuffing up on food, he'd be cracking jokes. For all of us viewers, he was one of the best supporting actors on the show. Not only did he lift the spirits of all the characters around him, but he also brightened up the viewers' days. We'll miss you, Glenn. Now let's talk about number 5, Neville Townsend. Have you ever hated a character so much that you fell in love with them? Townsend is the Severus Snape of the Blacklist universe. You may remember him going on a murderous rampage when he tried to take revenge for the deaths of his wife and children. This man was quite the shocker, as he was ready to have his sister killed without any hesitation at all. We really wouldn't trust him with anything. He showed every sign of untrustworthiness, and his loyalty switched like a chameleon changing color. We were always nervous when he was on the screen because we could never predict what he was going to do. Such an unpredictable character made the show all the more addictive. Moving forward, let's turn number 4 to Alexander Kirk. We know him as Alexander Kirk or Konstantin Rostov. Either way, he had us hooked when the show teased us that he could be Liz's father. Just why is Liz's parentage such a mystery? Even Kirk himself was convinced that he could be Liz's father. He tried to track her down so he could use her to save himself from his terminal illness, hoping she'd be his genetic match. Our favorite part was the banter back and forth between Red and Kirk. It was funny and quippy. His mind games with Liz really set the stage for a fantastic truth reveal at the end of Season 4. If Season 4 is your favorite, chances are it's because of Kirk. At number 3, we have Dominic Wilkinson. We were all a little upset to see a different actor play Wilkinson in the final episodes, but it's because the original actor Brian Dennehy passed away. When Dominic Wilson was introduced to the show, we saw another layer of Liz and Red's already confusing backstory. Just how many more surprises does Blacklist have in store for us? Our minds were running on super speed as we tried to figure out how Dom was connected, and was he a good guy? His interest in Liz was equally strange. What did he want, and was there something more to his story? His presence in the show made fans desperate for answers. He definitely kept the mystery alive for us. Coming up to number 2 on our list, Marvin Gerard. Red did Gerard a huge favor by getting him out of prison. Gerard became a strong ally for Red and stood by his side throughout. Gerard's loyalty didn't budge an inch. We saw how Red questioned Gerard and even tortured and interrogated him through Teddy. In the end, he discovered that Gerard was always loyal to him and never betrayed him after all. Marvin was a great asset to Raymond's team. He may have suffered a fall from Red's grace, but all the stories he was involved in become so much better because of him.
You've been briefed?
Rousted out of bed, cavity searched, shackled.
Finally, at number 1, we have Paula Carter. When we tell you that Paula is a lovable character, we truly mean it. Why else would we list her as number 1? She was such an adorable little lady that we got to know in Season 8 of Blacklist. No other character could beat her charm. Elderly and cute, Carter and Glenn's mother and had no clue what he had been up to with Red all those years. She had absolutely no clue about Red's true identity, and her innocence led her to play a central role in Red's operations. Red definitely considered her a genius. Who else could turn a bingo hall of retirees into a call center for criminal pursuit? A genius indeed. She was a crafty woman who could give any other character a run for their money with her wits. Once she realized who Red was, her value to the operation was priceless. We'd certainly want a Carter on our team if we were about to start a criminal finding operation in a shed. Paula is a treasure for the show and makes Blacklist worth watching. That's a wrap for this video. Let us know what y'all think of the list. Did you find your favorite supporting character in it? Who do you think is missing? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.